Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage, me. Hello! Hello! Excellent. Thank you very much. Welcome back. How was your canapes? Where's Mark? Are you full? Good man. Excellent. Mark found out where to stand. Excellent. You can all learn a few things. Well done. So, we are here because, drum roll please, someone? Anyone? Thanks very much. The awards are open today! Yay! Excellent. So, what that means is, you have got until midnight on the 4th of December, which is technically the 5th of December, but the evening of the 4th of December, to get your entries in. Now, you might think, you know what, I don't need to leave it till the last minute. I can do it early. I can get it done straight away. What an excellent idea that is for those of you that thought that. Anybody thought that? Will did, and he can't enter because he's on the team. But excellent. So, last year I calculated how many days it was. I did calculate it this year, but I've forgotten. So it's some, okay? I should know because my wife is due with our first baby on the 2nd of December, but I still don't know how far away it is. Don't tell her. Excellent. So, hooray! Entries are open. You've got till the 4th of December to enter away. So, but how do I enter, Rich? I don't know. I've never done this before. Well, don't worry. I'm going to tell you right now how to enter. So, you head to woba.org.uk. As is articulated here, you can do so on your handheld device or on your PC or laptop, or if you have a toy computer or a Mac, that would do it too. So head there and then download the entry form. Now, what is important here, you can download as many entry forms as you like. There are 11 categories. You could download one for all 11. It would be rather silly because you can't be a micro, a small, and a large business. But sure, go ahead, why not? See which one takes your fancy. So we'll talk to you about the criteria for each shortly. Emma's going to help me do that. So once you've filled it out promptly and efficiently, not the last minute, Darren's looking at me like, yeah, it'll be the last minute. Yeah, well done. You can then upload your entry form. Hooray! Once you've uploaded your entry form, the judges will carefully look at it and enjoy reading it. But why should I bother, I hear you cry. No, you're not going to cry that because you know why, because it's awesome. But also, I have some reasons why you might enter. I have prepared a presentation on this exact subject. So, first of all, you get the joy of winning an award, which is pretty cool. It's not only great for you and business owners, but it's great for your team. It's great for everybody involved in your business. And you know what? There are so many awesome little businesses in West Oxfordshire that every year the judges, all of us, are so impressed by, and it's so like you would never have known about them if you don't enter things like this, right? That's not the only plug I'm going to say. I'm going to keep going about it. Okay, but I've already entered, you might say. Why would I bother doing it again? Well, you can't enter if you won last year. You can't enter that category, but you can enter any others, if I'm not mistaken. Excellent, nods over here, brilliant. So why would you enter again? Well, there are so many people. Here is a picture of Charlotte Pym. I haven't seen her this evening. I'm not sure she's here. But she entered and entered and entered and eventually won, hooray! And it's about honing the judging experience is quite an interesting one, and it makes you open your eyes, and you don't really realize maybe the pitfalls of your business, but also what's really good about it until you hear someone asking you about it. So you may have entered once before and thought, oh, actually that judging meeting didn't go quite that well. And hopefully you've then used that to grow your business. And you've sort of thought, oh, great, well, I could do that. That's easy. Why didn't I think of that? Great, this year, you're good to go. Hooray. When the judge comes and asks you that question, you can go, yeah, I've done that. Yeah, I did that last year. Great. So, why enter again? But why enter more than one category? Well, that's an interesting one because we reckon it takes about 4 hours to fill out an entry form, okay? To fill out a second entry form takes considerably less than that because you've already done a lot of the legwork. You've put together your financial information. You've done all that sort of stuff. So actually, it's not that difficult to put another one together. For example, you might enter the small business. You also might enter the marketing award, or you might enter the new business and the micro business. There are so many. So make sure when you are going to the website to download your entry forms, make sure you look at all of them and download as many as you feel like, because you may well find that actually you could just tweak your entry and you could then enter more than one. And of course, then you've got more chance of winning. Hufkins here, I believe I'm not mistaken in telling you that they won the overall last year, and also one or maybe two other categories. 2 categories. Jo's either swearing at me or she's telling me there's 2 categories. So, and that's kind of how you get to the big STL Business of the Year award, is, you know, edge your bets. Why not? Great. So, the STL Business Award is designed, and they're unique every year. And they're designed by the guys at Abingdon and Whitney College and built by the awesome people at Sinolo, I always get it wrong. I'm sorry if you're here. Yeah, it's really worth entering lots of categories because you might get the big one. Awesome. So, why encourage others to enter? Well, we entered last year. We've actually decided to sponsor this year, so we definitely can't enter. But I know the guys next door, they're really awesome. They've got a really awesome business. I should really tell them about it. If you've been involved in the WOBAs before, and Darren is going to say this shortly in a video that we've got, is that he didn't know we were showing it tonight. What you might not know is that there is so many little secrets, and if you tell people about how awesome it is to enter the WOBAs, they'll be involved in the secret too. Yeah, awesome. So, you might end up looking like this. They've all had a couple of beverages, but they are all the winners. So, we have made it super easy for you this year as to how you can encourage a business. Conveniently, in my pocket, I have examples of them here. So, could you be a WOBA winner? Nice, awesome leaflets made by Jane. Thanks, Jane, wherever you are. And, drum roll, please. I've got far too many things in my hand. But, help me out here, sir. Unfold that for me, as if by magic. Yeah. Great. Show them, not me. I know what it looks like. Yeah, so unfold it for me. Open it right up. Yeah, keep going. Keep going, don't tear it. Jeez. Excellent. So, you unfold your awesome little leaflet that Jane has produced into a leaflet. You are my star pet. Excellent. Oh, there we go. So, what you can do with this, apart from march up and down with it, thank you, sir, you can keep that. That's on me. What you can do is pop it up in your window or parade it round like this gentleman at every business event that you go to, and you could win a bottle of bubbly. Excellent. So when you've got photos of this in your shop window or whatever, make sure you share it with us on social media, at WOBA Team, hashtag WOBA 2018, not WOBA, WOBA. Okay, it's important. Share it with that. Share your posters, and we'll all see what's going on. Here is conveniently the next slide, which tells you all the social media platforms that we're on. Rachel, who is behind stage now, beavering away on Twitter and whatnot. She's not. She's over there. Here she is. Excellent. And she didn't know I was going to call on her. Awesome. At least she didn't hate me like Tom did. I just got in trouble with Tom a moment ago. New to 2018, Instagram. We are on Instagram. Yeah, I know. I say new. Obviously, Instagram's not new, but it's new for us. Okay? Whatever. Great stuff. So, well, why WOBA? Don't just take it from me, because who trusts me, right? You do at the back, thanks very much. We have a very convenient video featuring some people that are in the room. Darren's got right at the front for the premiere. So the awesome people at First Sight Media have put together a little video to encourage you. And we are going to put it on social media. I encourage you to share it, because that's part of the thing, yeah? We're going to do Why WOBA. Awesome. So hopefully what should happen is I should say, run VT.
I'd say to someone considering entering the WOBAs, not to be scared of that process.
I think the first year of applying, probably thought we weren't ready for it, but I thought, you know, through everybody talking to us and saying we were in a position to enter, we thought, well, what have we got to lose? We'll give it a shot.
The first year I was in business, I thought I wouldn't apply because it wasn't for me. And then after the deadline had closed, I really regretted not applying. So the next year, I made sure that I applied and just gave it a go.
What it did help us to do was actually pull together facts and information to give us a really rounded bird's eye view and really cemented in our mind that we do things really well, and we felt really confident actually through going through that process.
I think it allowed us to tell our story and really go into more questions about us and what we were striving to achieve, and certainly the WOBA platform has really helped our business and our direction.
I think it's time really well spent because it makes you assess your own business, and that's not something that we do naturally as business owners.
We found that year on year we were seeing our progress laid out in our applications. If you don't succeed first time, I think we've proven that perseverance and determination to keep improving will win it through for you over time.
We've entered 5 times. We haven't won every year.
We obviously won the award in 2016, and we were so excited and really spurred on by that that we decided to enter some more categories.
We've entered 3 categories. If anybody's on the fringes of entering because they're not sure, nervous, and sometimes you've got something really good that you're not telling someone about, you could be recognised for that.
I absolutely would encourage, and have done, encourage other businesses to apply regardless. It's a learning process. You know, you enter, you work out what the judges need, you learn how to improve your business from the feedback and from seeing who won and why they won. And then as a business development exercise, you can then look at how you can improve your business.
I think it's like the Oscars for business. You know, it's great networking with other business people that we knew in the community.
I cannot think of a reason why you shouldn't enter. Everything about it is positive. The application process is really straightforward. The judging process is lots of fun, and the award ceremony itself is wonderful.
The announcer does leave a rather long pause before he announces the final winner from the nominees, and I remember several times being sat at the table with our team, practically all holding hands, just wishing and hoping.
It just gave us a real buzz and a sense of proudness. We've got a great team, and it's lovely to be able to take a table to the WOBAs and really enjoy the occasion. So get involved. So definitely get involved. It's been great for Aston and James.
Definitely enter the WOBAs. It's well worth doing. It's great fun. We didn't win, but we're definitely going to do it again.
Excellent. Excellent. So if you weren't convinced before, surely you are now. Yeah? At the back, you convinced? One day, you guys are going to be enthusiastic. Get more drinks in you next time. So, so please enter. When you leave, as I mentioned, don't forget to pop your little yes in the little yes box. Yeah? Excellent. Someone at the back will, I know it. Awesome. So, that is the sort of intro to the launch. I'm really pleased to say that we've now got Emma Jones to say a few words for us. I have a little cheat sheet so I don't forget to introduce her properly. So I'm gonna read it out without my glasses on. So let's see how this goes. So Emma Jones is a huge advocate for small businesses. She is the founder of Enterprise Nation, the UK's most active small business network, and is co-founder of Startup Britain. Emma has been appointed as a government trade ambassador. Oh yeah. And recently led a trade mission to New York, no less, with further missions planned this autumn. Awesome. In addition, Emma is Small Business Crown Representative, helping small business in the UK bid for and win government contracts. So she's going to say a few things to us, and then she's going to help us announce the categories. So I think we need a proper round of applause for Emma. None of this, you know, what happened before. Let's do a proper one. And I really want it to start from the back. What are the chances we could get the back to start applauding? And we'll sweep it this way. Awesome. And at the front, thank you very much. Emma Jones, everybody. Yeah. Sorry.
Wonderful. I think we found the Michael McIntyre of West Oxfordshire. I loved him. I actually thought when you started off by saying Emma Jones is huge, I thought you were just going to stop there. I was like, that's not a very nice welcome. It is a pleasure to be here. It was very interesting watching your video just now, because it suddenly gave me a flashback, and I thought, oh, I wonder why they've interviewed all of the winners not on awards night. Why do you think they interviewed the winners not on awards night? There we go. Because they were very sober. And it gave me a flashback to an awards event I went to, and almost not how to do it, but actually I should check, first of all, is there anyone here from HSBC? I'm going to take that as a no. Okay, so there was a very big awards do called Startup Stars. I don't know if anyone remembers HSBC doing this. They did it about 4 years ago. And it was for all the startup stars in their customer base. And I should actually put a disclaimer. We love HSBC. They're a big sponsor of ours. We love them. There was a big dinner at the Dorchester. And all of the contestants for the startup stars, it was a black tie dinner. It was very glamorous like this. They were backstages looking just like this. And Fiona Bruce was the MC. This is how much money they'd spent. I'm sure Rich has been a big budget tonight. But Fiona Bruce was emceeing this event. And Digby Jones had spoken about the state of the economy, and everyone was very excited about the winner. And it got to the point of the announcement of the winner of Startup Stars Awards 2014, whichever year it was, is, they mentioned the name of this company. So everyone's like, oh my God, it's the company, it's the accounting company, they've won, they've won, they've won. And you know when everybody looks to the tables to see the people walk to the stage to pick up the award, have you ever had a moment where you looked at the people, the two people walking towards the stage in the Dorchester, 1,000 people in black tie, and they're both two girls walking like this? And I was like, oh my God, they're absolutely smashed. And these two girls, and I actually didn't think I was going to tell you this story, it only came to me when I just literally saw your video of sober people. These two girls got up to the stage. Digby Jones handed the award. Fiona Bruce said, oh my God, you must be so delighted. You've got 50 grand in money. This was the prize, 50 grand. What are you going to do with it? And I was like, oh, no. If I was you, Fiona Bruce, I would not ask that question. She handed the microphone to the first girl. By this time, both of them were swaying on stage. She handed the microphone to the first girl. So Fiona Bruce is like, 50 grand, how are you going to spend this money on growing your business to take it to the next stage? Handed the microphone. And this girl literally just went into the microphone. I'm going to spend it on shoes. It was absolutely wonderful. I hope that doesn't happen at WOBA's, but it is a pleasure to be here. And I should say, I feel kind of like under-ready for this evening because Will Barton sent me an email and he was like, hey, Emma, will you do me a favour? Are you around on the 26th of September? Because we're launching the West Oxfordshire Business Awards. So I looked at the diary, I was like, oh, yes, Will, I'd love to pop in because I'm in Birmingham earlier that day, so I'd love to come and find out more about these awards. Thinking that he's writing to me saying, will you do me a favour and kind of pop in, that this was going to be in some local pub. So the next note I get back is, right, it's at Blenheim Palace from 6:30 till 8, and the person who did this last year was David Cameron. So no pressure, but he then went on to say, as with our previous Prime Minister, you've got 3 minutes, try and say something insightful. So I was thinking on my way from Birmingham, that at Enterprise Nation, we've got the pleasure of dealing with lots and lots of small businesses and entrepreneurs. And I was trying to think, what can I give you in terms of, I guess, what I feel are the 3 characteristics of a business winner? And I guess, actually, first of all, which I love looking out on a room of entrepreneurs, is kind of the first part of winning is being in the game, which you're all here, so that's kind of taken. And I thought, I think the first thing is the vision that you have for your business. And it's very difficult when you think about winning to not associate your mind with sports people. And you've all probably heard this, but one of the amazing things I used to think about Muhammad Ali in terms of reading about his successes, you know, in the ring, is he would visualize every round before he went into it. You may have heard this, and he talks about this a lot. He would visualize winning. He would have it in his head, he would practice that through, he would know, this is what I will do in round 2, this is what I will do in round 3. I know what winning looks like. And it's really hard when you're running a business, as I do, as you do, to step out, and you're so involved in the day-to-day of the business, to then step out and actually think, why is it I am doing what I do? What, to me, is my vision of success? What is my vision of winning? And it's so hard to do that, but if People who I think are winners are people who do that quite often. They step out, they question, why am I doing it? What is my vision and what does winning look like to me? And actually, I think it's one of the great reasons to enter awards is the award applications make you think, where has the business been? Where do I want to take it? So that's maybe one of your other reasons to enter. So having a vision, I think, is characteristic number one. A second characteristic of a winner, I think, and there's no other word, and I was desperately trying to think what is another word I could use for this, is stamina. And I don't know if that resonates with any entrepreneurs in the room this evening. I wrote on Sunday, I don't know if anyone reads the Weekend FT, but there was a brilliant profile of the guy who runs the gym group. And he's 63, he's doing really well. And I wrote to him on Sunday and said, will you come and speak at an event because you sound amazing? And he was Britain's top squash player. He then went on to do an MBA, and he said, actually, sport taught me more about business than my MBA, because what sport taught me was to never give up, to keep on getting up, keep on going. And stamina is something we see. Rich mentioned these trade missions that we run. So we take small British businesses and we fly them all over the world to say, right, come on, let's get exporting. And you can see the entrepreneurs who will make it and those who won't. When you take people on a trade mission, you put them on a 13-hour flight, you then land in the country, you say, right, you've got half an hour to shower, we're then straight in, we're going to learn about the tax, the trade implications, then we're going to get you to do a retail pop-up, then we're going to put you in a networking reception where you can meet lots of local partners. We then may let you sleep, then get up again the next day, then we're going to go and see accelerators. And you can see the entrepreneurs who've got the stamina, who embrace the opportunity, they are the ones who make it. And only once did I have a complaint about one of our trade missions. It was a New York trade mission, it wasn't this year, it was last year. And we had flown people over, hadn't let them sleep. We were just like, right, come on, we're on the ground, let's make the most of it. And this guy came back to Britain and he sent me an email. And he said, dear Emma, I have a complaint to make about your trade mission. How did you expect me, after 18 hours of no sleeping, to understand the nuances of the US tax system? And I just wrote back to him and like, that's your job as an entrepreneur. You have to have the stamina to keep on going. And just really briefly, stamina on opportunities that I think, I've been talking to Will, asking a couple of people tonight, how do you feel about small business confidence in this area? This morning I was at a breakfast in the city with lots of accountants, and they were very concerned about confidence. Then I was in Birmingham meeting lots of small businesses, and they were kind of like a little bit concerned, what's Brexit mean? But actually, there's so many opportunities for small businesses, and really briefly, exporting is one. Last week, we had a trade mission to Singapore. I met today one of the delegates who was on it. I didn't go on that mission, and she said, Singapore is really happy about Brexit. I was like, why is that? And she said, because Singapore is looking forward to the day that they can do direct trade with Britain. You know, the PM was in Canada. I just want her to sign a trade deal, mainly so I can look at more pictures of Justin Trudeau. But let's get that trade deal signed. These countries, we were in China. We go to China every year on a trade mission. Billions of people literally wanting, and in fact from Blenheim, well, you probably know this because you probably have lots of Chinese visitors who come here. Anything to do with royalty, anything to do with Harry Potter, they buy it in the billion bucket loads. Huge opportunities for businesses who've got the stamina to get on a plane, go out and have a look at it. Selling to government, Rich mentioned I have a one-day-a-week government job. It's called SME Crown Representative, and it's to make sure government spends £1 in every 3 with small businesses by 2022. So that's £15 billion worth of business every year that government has to spend with you. And if there's one thing that needs stamina, it's selling to government. But there's, if anyone wants to talk to me about this, I'd love to kind of give you more detail. There's an amazing website called Contracts Finder. Every month we do webinars. Yesterday I did a webinar with the Ministry of Defence. Over the next 10 years, they're going to spend £178 billion. A third of that has got to go to SMEs. So huge opportunity for those who've got the stamina. So lots of opportunities for small businesses. So let me just finish off. So having a vision, you know, kind of that's the ideal of a business winner. You know where you want to go, you know why you're doing it, and you know what success looks like. Having the stamina to keep going. And the third thing, and again, such a sports analogy, but the best sports people tend to have the best trainers, coaches, and support team. And this is one thing that we do at Enterprise Nation every day. We support small businesses. We hopefully give them the best support to start and grow. But if you haven't got a mentor, a coach, experts who you can pull on, who know the things that you don't, this is another great thing, I think, of awards, is you can connect in with people who've got the expertise that you haven't got. So if I was to say, what is the mark of a winner? I would say, and if any of this comes across in applications, having that vision of where you want to go, showing you've got the stamina to keep getting up every day, to keep on with that vision in terms of where you want to be going. And the third thing, showing you've got that amazing support network to help you get there. And the final thing is I looked up literally what is the definition of winner. I've never looked this up before. And one of the definitions is, it says a winner is a person who earns admiration. And I just thought, if there is one thing, is I admire every single one of you tonight who's come out, I mean, admittedly, it's to a nice pad, but who has come out to have a little bit of a drink and think, am I going to enter these awards? I admire all of you. You put your salary at risk, you start businesses, you grow businesses, you do incredible things. And there's a little 17-year-old in the audience tonight. Where is she? She's not mine, I should say, but where is she? Kate, I know you're here. Has she gone back home to bed? Is she here? Oh my God, she's literally left. That's really embarrassing. Well, there was a potential young entrepreneur in the audience called Kate, who was here with her mum. And I guess that's the other great thing, is just how we stimulate winners of the future. So great job from Will Barton and the team, because I think you're helping entrepreneurs now, but also well on into the future. So I think Michael McIntyre is going to rejoin the stage. And I think together... Yeah. I think we're going to do it. It's duet time now, isn't it?
Yes. What are we going to do? Lionel Richie?
Yeah. No, we're not.
I have a cheat sheet for you.
Okay, we're going to. Okay.
I think actually everything that Emma said can apply to filling in your WOBA application. So take heed of that. I think one point I just want to touch on, if I might, is that to be inspirational, it's really important that you put that across in your application. When we're reading it as judges, we don't know why you're inspirational. So articulate would be the fifth one that I would add, and articulate your point concisely and clearly to the judges so that they can come and chat to you. Anyway, sorry. I had to make it back about me, sorry.
Come on, Michael. Are we going to do this? Okay.
So, we are going to now announce as a team the 2018 WOBA categories. And the 2018 WOBA categories are...
The first one, the Hospitality, Leisure and Tourism Award, sponsored by Hufkins Bakery and Tea Rooms. Do I sound like Fiona Bruce? No, okay. This is open to any hotel, restaurant, cafe, pub, leisure facility or visitor attraction. No, we're losing people, Michael.
Oh no!
Oh no!
They were here for me.
People, I'm not being funny. We've got 10 more to go.
Okay.
Are you with us?
Let's rattle our way through. What we need to do is inspire a bit more enthusiasm. We're going to get it if it kills me, which it might. So when we announce the sponsor, you are welcome to give them a huge cheer, because the WOBAs is nothing without our awesome sponsors. So thanks. Let's start with Hufkins.
Hufkins.
Excellent. Excellent. So next up, we have the Retail Award, sponsored by our good friends at NFU Mutual. Awesome. So this is open to any independent retail business. Okay, so if that's you, get entering. Next up.
Next up is the Charity Award, sponsored by the Rooflight Company.
Woo!
This is open to any charity or social enterprise.
Right, ready for this? The next one is the Marketing Excellence Award, sponsored by First Sight Media. Slightly biased on that one. Now, this is open to any organisation that has run a marketing campaign in the last year, I believe it is. Next up.
Next up is the Innovation Award. This should be absolutely perfect for anyone in Oxfordshire. Sponsored by Owen Mumford. Open to any company that can demonstrate innovation.
Excellent. Next up, we have Employer of the Year, sponsored by the M Group. Now, this is open to any organisation that can demonstrate that they are it says good here, but I'm going to go with awesome employer. Anyone that can demonstrate they're an awesome employer. Next up.
Next up is the New Business Award, sponsored by Blenheim Palace.
Hooray!
Thank you. The amazing Blenheim Palace. Open to any business started after January 2015 that has traded for at least 12 months.
Next up, we have the Micro Business Award, sponsored by Whitney Business and Innovation Centre. Now, this is where it gets complicated, okay? So micro is anybody who employs fewer than 5 staff. 5 staff.
Next up is the Small Business Award, sponsored by NatWest Bank. I didn't know they were here. Open to any business that employs between 5 and 25 staff.
And you can see where this is going now. The Large Business Award, sponsored by Sana Training. And this is anybody over 25 staff. Anybody over 25.
And I've met the founder of Sandler Training. Great entrepreneur, good girl. Next up is Business Person of the Year Award. I love this. Sponsor to be confirmed, but if you are interested, please speak to a member of the WOBA team.
And finally, the big one, the West Oxfordshire Business of the Year, sponsored by our very good friends at STL Business. Awesome. So, you've heard enough from me. You know what to do. You need to encourage people to enter. The WOBAs are now officially open for entries. And that is, here are some key dates that none of you at the back can see. If you'd have come forward earlier, you'd be able to see it. They close at midnight on Monday the 4th of December. So Monday night they close. We will announce the shortlist of who has got through to judging in December. You will then be judged in January. Sometimes it spills into February, but it probably won't. We will announce the finalists. Ken Norman will announce the finalists, yeah. Date to be confirmed, we'll let you know. And then the winners will be announced at the gala dinner back at Haythrop Park. That is on Friday, the 23rd of March, 2018. So not long to go. So, entries are now open. Thanks very much, everybody.